Hey guys, welcome to day 24 in my countdown to Halloween, and today's tutorial is on zombie hands. Yes, zombie hands. I thought it'd be a good tutorial. You could use this actually for zombies, mummies, whatever your little heart desires. So let's get started. I glued on these fake nails, and now I'm going to distress them a little bit using some nail clippers. I'm just clipping off little pieces of the edge to make the nails jagged. Next, I use a nail file to file down any of the sharp edges, as well as distress the nail a little bit more. To add texture to the skin, I'm going to be stippling on some liquid latex. Any liquid latex will do. This one just happens to be balloon rubber latex, which is what you make bald caps out of. I'm going to start by applying a layer of that to the nail, and this is going to cut down the shine of the nail as well as give the nail texture. Next, I'm going to bend my fingers into a fist and start applying liquid latex to the fingers. This technique is called stretch and stipple, and it's used in a lot of old age makeups. So I'm just applying a thin layer and letting it dry. The more tension that you have on your fingers when you release them, the more wrinkles you'll create. You want to make sure to keep your fingers balled up until the latex dries and you have a chance to powder it, otherwise it's going to stick to itself. Once the latex is dry, I'm going to apply a little powder of the baby and release the fingers, and then you'll see all the wrinkles and cool textures that creates. Now it's time for another coat of the liquid latex. I'm going to stipple a thicker coat onto the fingernails this time. And I'm also going to stipple another coat onto the fingers. With the metal tool, I'm going to scrape some ridges into the liquid latex on the fingernails. You could also use toothpicks, really anything that's kind of pointy and sharp. To keep that tension on the skin, I'm going to put my hand back into a fist, and then I'm going to stipple on a layer of liquid latex. Right before it dries, I'm going to go in with my Q-tip and start poking around and creating more skin textures. The stickiness on the Q-tip is going to pull up some of the latex from the skin, and it's going to create these wound holes, which look really cool, like skin's just falling off, like a zombie. And over those holes, you want to stipple on more latex just to seal them in. And now we bake our hand with lots of powder the baby. To paint the hands, the palette is going to be a red, a yellow, a black, a purple, a light skin tone, and a brown. And I'm going to be using cream paints as well as alcohol paints for this. I started by stippling on a pale flesh color. Next, with a fan brush, I applied a thin wash of a dark brown. This step is really going to pick up all the wrinkles and all the cool texture on the skin. I also applied that brown to the insides of my fingers and between my fingers, just to make them appear a little thinner. I thinned down the black cream with a little bit of alcohol and then started to stipple that all over the flesh. It's going to break up some of that skin tone. I'm also going to focus that black on the cuticles of the nail, really darken those to make them look gross and nasty. Zombies are going to have a little bit of dried blood around their fingernails, so I used that dark red cream makeup diluted with alcohol and just applied that around the cuticles again. I also applied that red all over in patches on the fingers and the back of the hand. The final color that I used is this mustard yellow color, and I thinned it down with alcohol again and applied it in washes all over the skin and all over the fingernails. And that's going to wrap up this zombie hand tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and also like this video. And for the question of the video, if you'd like to let me know what your favorite zombie movie is or TV show, leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Halloween!